Here's how to make your vocals sound studio quality. We're going to be using a vocal chain. The vocal chain I use in my track, Movin'. So let's take a listen to what this vocal sounds without a vocal chain.
Breaking it down. Breaking it down now.
And let's listen to the same vocals with a vocal chain.
Breaking it down. Breaking it down now.
The first step in a vocal chain is to clean your vocals. We're going to use Fat Filter Pro Q3. You can use any EQ, but I believe that the Fat Filter is pretty good. The default position is remove everything up to 150 as a starting point. And on the opposite end, we're going to remove the super high end frequency at 17,000 hertz. Depending on the type of mic that you use, you're going to hear this boxiness, and that's what you want to remove. In this instance, I removed about 450 hertz, and that's the boxiness that was produced by the mic. And on the high end frequency, I boosted up a little bit by 2 dBs just because the mic was a little too dark. Without the EQ,
Breaking it down. Breaking it down now.
and with the EQ.
Breaking it down. Breaking it down now.
Next, we're going to use a De-Esser. And what a De-Esser does, it catches the sibilants. Basically the S's and the T's. We don't want that in our song. I lowered down the threshold so I can catch some of the sibilants of the vocal.
Breaking it down. Breaking it down now.
And as you can see in the attenuation area, it's only decreasing by no more than 3 decibels. And that's all I want. Any more than that is going to make the vocal sound a little bit too dull. Now that we have cleaned up our vocals, we use the EQ to remove some super low end and super high end frequency, and then we pass through the vocals into a De-Esser. So right now, we're in a good space. Next, we're going to start coloring. And to color the vocal, I use Fat Filter's Saturn II. And the type of algorithm I use is the warm tube. With the warm tube, it thickens the mid-range. Depending how much you want to drive up the saturator, it's entirely up to you. But I felt that driving up to past 50% sounded amazing. But not only that it thickens the mid-range, it also smooths some harsh frequencies in the top end. And this gives the vocals a little bit more of a natural sound. Also with the warm tube, it gives the vocals a little bit of a vintage feel. So without
Breaking it down. Breaking it down now. Breaking it down. Breaking it down now.
Next, we're going to go through another saturator, and we're going to use Ableton's A Bit Warmer, which is a preset of the saturator. And with the bit warmer, it enhanced the presence of the vocals, as well as providing a little bit more warmth. So without,
Breaking it down. Breaking it down now.
and with.
Breaking it down. Breaking it down now.
The dry wet for a bit warmer is about 30%, and that was a sweet spot for these vocals. And next, I'm using another De-Esser, and this De-Esser is the just in case we added some harshness on the high end frequency. Next, we're going to pass these vocals through another EQ. And the purpose of this EQ is to shape it in context of your song. Never, 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 never EQ in solo. If there's any takeaway from this entire video, that's one tip. Never EQ in solo. As you can see, I rolled up a little bit more up to 200 hertz. And that will provide space for the kick and bass.
Breaking it down. Breaking it down now. Move to the left. Move to the right.
Next is the magic sauce that all pros use. And that is the Chris Lord Algae plugin by Waves. If you do not have this plugin, I highly recommend you checking it out at least. Just check it out. Check it out. So without,
Breaking it down. Breaking it down now.
and with.
Breaking it down. Breaking it down now.
So these are my settings. Feel free to pause this video, screenshot, and use it for your own vocal chain. Alright guys, we're almost there. You still with me? Alright, next we have a compressor. These vocals went through effects. Now I want to close the dynamic range, but not by too much. The settings are set to default, with everything at 12 o'clock, the attack at 1, the release at 0.6, and the ratio at 4.
Breaking it down. Breaking it down now.
I don't want anything more than negatified gain reduction, then it'll sound too compressed. I still want to preserve some dynamics. And lastly, like everything in dance music, we're gonna sidechain it to a sidechain channel.
Breaking it down.
Alright guys, that's the vocal chain. Use it. It's gonna sound great with your vocals. Let's go through step by step. Take your time. If you're looking to improve your productions, make sure you hit the link in my bio. And that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya!